Hello everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video. So today I'm working in the Dina Wakley Blue Edition Media Journal. I'm just going to be working on a single page spread and I'm going to be using a warm colour palette. I'm starting off using some Dina Wakley paint in Ruby and then I'm using Magenta and I'm just doing some stripes of colour down the page. Next I'm going in with Cheddar. You can see I'm kind of blending the colours one into the other. And finally I'm going to use Lemon. So once I've done those, before the paint is dry, I'm using a baby wipe and this stencil that's also from Dina Wakley. I think it's called Chevrons, and I'm just removing some paint through the stencil. My stencil was a bit mucky, so some of the muck had transferred, so I just used the baby wipe to just pat it off. And then I'm using this alphabet stencil and mask by Dina Wakley. I'm just using the stencil part and some white paint and just adding some white stenciling on. This is the Mantra stencil, and here I'm using Sedona and a makeup sponge. I'm just applying a little bit of text stenciling onto the background. So this is also, surprise surprise, another Dina Wakley stencil called She Sees. I've had this one quite a while and I'm just using some black paint here. I want this image to be quite striking on the background. The background's quite bright and bold, so this has got to stand out, which was why I went for black. So then I'm just getting a small brush and I'm just adding in a few more lines and details, sharpening up some of the ones that haven't quite gone through the stencil properly. Basically just faffing, adding a bit more detail. Didn't like that line there, so because it was wet I could wipe it away with a baby wipe. Sometimes I find adding extra hair is really difficult to visualise where it should go, so it's just a case of trial and error and have a go. If it's not right, get rid of it and start again. So then I'm using this stencil from, this is also a Dina Wakley stencil, and it's called Scribbly Birds, I think. So I'm going through the stencil and then I'm using the stamp set and I am stamping using white ink over the stenciled image. See, had a moment there where the bird was the wrong way around, so I had to stencil it again. Oh dear. Sometimes you can't figure these things out until you actually try it. So once I'd stamped those, then I cut them out, and then I'm just using a white gel pen and I'm just adding in the whites of the eyes. You can see it really brings that face to life, just that simple thing of adding in the whites. Then I'm just sticking the birds in place and just doing a little bit of white doodling and detail on those birds. And then I'm going to start writing my words. So I did first of all map these out in pencil to make sure that I could fit them in. So, you know, don't be afraid to do that if you're worried that you won't fit it in. As you know, if you've watched my channel before, I frequently misjudge the space that I've got for my letters and my words that I want to write in and my quotes. So, you know, map it out first if you're not sure. And then I'm just using the white gel pen and I'm just adding shadows to the letters. It just kind of pops them out a little bit from the background. And especially down at this bottom part where the word will, one of the L's disappeared into the body of the bird, so that will just help pop that out. And there we go, there's the finished page. Really quick and simple, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.